Alright, sorry about that. I actually had a phone call. It interrupted my video. Okay, so. Alright, so in the map portion, you can see that's what it's doing right now. Now, as a CNG technician, I'm doing this video for you guys so you guys can see what your vehicle should run. And this is under extreme conditions. This is a little 4.8 liter V8 engine pulling a 10,000 pound trailer, and under cold conditions I have an undersized reducer on it, and this is what it looks like. So you can see my field trim data. For advanced mechanics, you guys are going to understand what that means, what the field trim data means, and you're going to know how well that's running. You can see my RPM right there. So I mean, that's live. That's what's going on right now. You can see all the injectors are on. You can see that my light's not flashing. I'm on CNG. So, kick it up in RPM. Look at that. We're still on CNG. CNG's still rolling. We're going up the hill right now. I mean, that's 4,000 RPM. So, there it is right there. There's mile marker 12, and we're heading up the first sister right now. So I'll shut down the computer, and so one of the things that I get a lot of phone calls on is people with pickup trucks. They talk to their friends or get on the internet, and I don't know where they get the idea, but everybody that I've talked to from at the CNG pumps, CNG chats, all I hear is people saying that they can't run CNG while they're towing. They can't run CNG. They have to turn it off when they're going up Parleys or up a mountain because they lose so much power. I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, look at my gauges right now. I mean, we're going up this mountain. It's the same as Parley's Canyon. I'm on CNG. If I'm off CNG, that light will start flashing. I mean, I'm on it. It's on. That RPM. Pulling my big, huge, heavy trailer. And if I switch over to gasoline, there's not any difference. I've tried different injectors. I've tried different settings. There's no reason why I would turn natural gas off. You saw all my numbers on my field trims were all completely accurate. And this is coming up on my 8th year that I've run from Salt Lake City back to Rock Springs and back and forth. And I log about 420 to 500 miles every night. And I have about 800,000 miles of logged, documented mileage, and 700,000 of it logged in my logbooks are on CNG. So this is a lot of different vehicles. I've had the Ford factory vehicles, I've had the Chevrolet factory vehicles, I've had mixer systems that I've experimented with, I've had Chinese systems, and I've had American systems, Italian systems, and I mean, it's been more of a value, and I've had longer service with the Italian kits, and I mean, I experiment with everything to try to see if I can find anything cheaper that'll work better, but it just turns out that the more money you spend on it, when you're buying the real name brand components, the longer they last. They last actually better than what the factories came out with. And all of us that have dealt with the factory GM IMPCO quantum system and on the Cavaliers and the pickups and the compu valves and the Ford dedicated, we all know that those systems didn't even last more than 60,000 miles. I'm pushing 115,000 miles on my van. This truck here, I know I'm going to have at least 100,000 miles on this system. Troy has 80,000 miles on his kit. You know, and it's amazing because the factories didn't even come out with a better kit than what you guys can buy right now. And so I don't know how long I want to make this video, but I'm making a couple of my points that you know, I'm pulling a big trailer with an underpowered engine, and you know, look at my gauges right now. You guys can see that I'm running. And, you know, I want to prove to people that you can tow with CNG. There's no reason why I would ever turn CNG off. And when my dad started doing my route, driving my van, and he pulled my trailer, the same trailer behind my van, and he says, yeah, should I turn CNG off when I'm pulling the hill so I have more power? And I said, no, there's no difference. Go ahead and try it. And he pulled, and he says, yeah, there was no difference. It was pointless. I did the same speed with either fuel. So, you know, as long as you have your system properly tuned, you have high quality components or matched components to the engine, then in my own opinion, these systems that I'm installing and selling are better than the factory systems we had back in the day. And I mean, look, this is proof right there. I mean, you can see my speed, my RPM, my gauges, and yeah, I left Salt Lake with a full tank of gas. I filled up in Salt Lake, and you know, it's still full. I've driven 130 miles. That gauge would have moved if I was on gasoline at any time, but you can see I've got my tow haul mode light on. I have to do that or else the shifting just gets too crazy. But here we go, going up the second sister again, doing 75 miles an hour, 2,000 RPM. I mean, yeah, this is awesome. There's a Kemmerer exit. So, you know, I don't know what to tell the people who always have doubts that they're not going to be able to tow, or they're worried about towing, they're worried about power, worried about switching it. I mean, I don't know how to calm those fears and those questions. It just seems like no matter what I do, how much I tell people on the phone that call, I don't know. This is it right there. I mean, I hope you guys that are skeptical and think I'm just trying to sell you something, or Troy's trying to just sell you something, I hope you guys see right there that your truck can do it. If my little 4.8 liter gutless thing can do it, pulling a 10,000 pound trailer on CNG, and I don't touch the button, your 6.0 liter and your 5.3 liter, you guys are fine. So, alright, I'll show you guys my next part of my video. I'm going to clean my grill up, and this is a really, really pretty truck, so you guys will like it. So, I hope you guys have been paying attention to them gauges and listen to me ramble on, but I'll see you guys on the next part.